Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Rags to Riches with Basingstoke for the preseason in Skybet League 2, our first season in Skybet League 2. We're okay. We had a decent, preseason. We had decent summer break, I guess is the way to put it. We got some new players. Let's go and jump into tactics real quick. So tactics have not changed, but we did get some new players. We were able to get Josh Barrett, Mark Ethelson to come back over from Reading, which is awesome. It's going to be amazing to have them back over, especially since Michael Chambers technically isn't that good. Even though he performed brilliantly last season, he's technically not that good. So it'll be nice to have Mark Ethelson to fill in the line there. But he's still suspended from last season for 3 matches. The first 3 matches because, well, he got a lot of yellow cards. That's what he does. But over the summer, we were able to buy a lot of new players. You can see there's a lot of new names in this starting lineup. So we have Sam Johnson. Daniel Lincoln is out on injury for a while. We have Sam Johnson as our goalkeeper. Richard Duffy, brand new. Not terrible at 31 years old. We signed him for a while because we're hoping to keep him around. Jake Goodman, we were able to finally take from Margate. He's a very good player. And he was sitting at Margate forever, and we could never get him. But finally, his contract ran out, and we were able to snatch him. Callum Kennedy coming in from Wimbledon. A decent player for us and for the league. Oh, you're going to see a lot of the whole... They're a decent player for us and for the league, for this team, because we really could not entice people to get to this club. They were not impressed. Other names we picked up, Lewis Walters as a new striker to go ahead and replace P.O. Jr. Very promising striker. We have yet to have a good striker. So here's hoping Lewis Walters fills that position finally. Please, I need a striker. And then Ollie Bassett filling in on loan, just kind of a person that can fit in for Josh Barrett, maybe rotate the two out every once in a while. That way we can have a more dedicated midfield with Charlie Allen and Ian Rees. Ian Rees is not very good, but he performs better than Louis Lavender or Charlie Higgins, which are both gone. He performed better even though he's not as good. So we held on to Ian Rees. He's still on no contract, so he has no obligation to stay here. Adam Franklin, where we can get him experience, we want to get him experience. He's 16. And he might be able to become someone that we could sell for something, hopefully. We'll see, though. Juan Jamuko, I'm trying to get rid of. He just is very unimpressive. Liam and Vermarum may or may not make many appearances this season. I don't know. Depends on how well Louis Walters does and how injuries treat us. Set pieces haven't changed too much. Really, nothing has changed tactics-wise. I'm still trying to grab more players, though. I'm still trying to bring in more players. We have some money. Not a lot, but we have some. Trying to grab in Troy here. He's a defender center from Swindon and Carlisle. And I'm hoping that if I can get him in and strengthen our defense. Very defense-first approach is how I want to go through this. He was part of the winners in Skybet League 2 last season, so he's proven his worth in the Skybet League 2. That being said, or not last season, a couple seasons ago, he did not do well in League 1, and we're not expecting him to do well in League 1. We want him for our League 2 side, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get him. Tried getting 2 players. There are 2 players that I really, really wanted, and work permit screwed me out of them. Let's see if we can find him in here. They're both midfield, both from New Zealand. Tim Payne is the first one I tried to get. He agreed to a contract, and New Zealand said no. We're not going to let him come to England. And it's like, really? Come on. Tim Payne would be brilliant for us. And he's already spent some time here anyways. The other person we tried to grab was Dylan Burns. He agreed to a contract as well. He's spent a lot of time in England already, and they said no. It's like, come on. You know, I really, really wanted both of them. They really would have strengthened our midfield and given us some depth. We weren't able to get them. Uh, really just kind of out of luck there. Not like I said before, we had a really rough summer trying to get anyone of any decent skill for the league to come to this club because they were all just very unimpressed. And it helped. As I got more players were willing to come to the club. But it was really kind of iffy on most of these players. Like Callum Kennedy, I tried to grab him early. He said no. And then I got Jake Goodman and Richard Duffy in, and then I asked for Callum Kennedy again, and he's like, yeah, okay, sure. And then through all of that, I was able to grab Louis Walter and Sam Johnson. And then after I grabbed them, Ollie Bassett was willing to come over. And so I'm trying to build this team promising other players that I'm going to be bringing in other players to match the skills. I promised the board we would avoid relegation, and we're going to try our darndest to do that. But this is really very rough. It's very, very rough when nobody wants to come and play for your team. It's just very difficult to deal with. But we'll see how it goes. We're 200 to 1 to win the league. We're pretty much slated to be absolutely dead last. Tranmere came up with us. They're positioned for 16th and 33rd, 33 out of 1. All I'm gunning for, just like last season, is to avoid relegation. I don't want to be promoted to League One at this point. We really should not be promoted to League One at this point. That would be very bad. I want to finish, 20th to 22nd, somewhere in there. That's what I'm hoping for. If we could get a mid-table, that would be great. If we could get to promotion places, that'd be amazing. But we do not need to go to League One. We just can't take it. We're too stretched as it is. Financially, the new board is just screwing this club right now. We lost $1.5 million over the summer. $1.5 million. Now, I have not made any more requests to the club. Since basically the end of last season, I've really not made any requests. But the club decided, or the board decided, that we need to expand the ground to fit league regulations. I looked at the league regulations. We already fit the league regulations, so I don't understand what's going on there. I think they just want to expand the ground to like 8,000 seats or something. The board said we're improving training facilities. And all I asked for, this was last season. I asked to improve youth facilities, and I asked to relieve the field. It's been done. That's great. I keep asking for senior affiliates. You see, there's 4 on here for senior affiliate. And they're like, no, we're not going to find a senior affiliate. It's like, guys, we need the money. We need the money. And they keep refusing to find a senior affiliate. It's very frustrating. But the board is just, they're dumping money. We're going to be broke by December at this point. By the mid-season report, we are positioned to be broke at the rate that the board is spending money. They increased the scouting range without talking to me, and they refuse to decrease the scouting range as well. I think we can scout all of Europe at this point. Yeah, within the entire continent of Europe, which is fine and great, but we don't have the money to do that. We don't have the worth to do that. So I don't know what this board's doing, and I don't know how we're going to survive. This rags to riches might be rags to nice increase in a little while, for a little while, and then just completely bomb it because I don't have any money to do anything anymore because the board spent all of it. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. I'm going to try my best, obviously, but I am concerned. I am definitely concerned. So for preseason, for the schedule, all of our friendly matches, we did pretty well. A little worrisome in that we didn't really have any blowouts. Nothing that was really massive when it really should have been. Biggest one being a 3-0 right here. And aside from that, we really haven't performed as good as we should be performing. And part of that is because we don't have a good enough offense. I was trying for the past month. I've been trying to get a new attacking midfielder, specifically a winger. I cannot for the life of me find a winger. Again, it comes down to that dilemma. Nobody wants to join the club. So it's just, we're stuck with Wishelow and Rooney and Montgomery and Flood. And they've all done great for the club. But they are at best 2 stars. And that's not going to be good enough. Now, Louis Walter, maybe he can make something happen on his own. I'm hoping. I'm hoping between Ollie Lee and Louis Walter we can make things happen. But we're taking a very defense-first approach. Problem is, without a good goalkeeper, we can't do that. And our best goalkeeper is a whopping 2.5 stars. So this is going to be a very odd season. And all I can hope is that we don't get relegated, because I cannot get anybody to come to this club. I cannot. Like, they won't even go into contract negotiations. It's not for lack of money. It's for lack of reputation. So, I tried to make some money with some of these matches here against Swansea, Liverpool, West Ham, and Newcastle. Kind of made money, kind of not. It's iffy. We got hammered by Liverpool, and that still kind of rings. And you can see our morale is all okay, despite coming off of a long string of wins. One of them against the League One side, Colchester. So, if we can start off by beating Wrexham, maybe that'll get morale up and maybe we'll be doing well. But I'm very pessimistic about this upcoming season. I'm thinking I might actually go ahead and jump in with a team meeting before the season starts, because I'm pessimistic about the season. I'm pessimistic about the new board. And I'm pessimistic about the league in and of itself. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to survive the league. So we'll give it our best shot, and I will see you guys in the mid-season. One more thing. The European Champions Cup. Barcelona versus Arsenal. Arsenal won against Barcelona 1-0, for those of you that care. So, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for now. So, if you like the video, give it a like, subscribe, share with your friends. Best thing to do for the channel. And as always, thank you for watching. And I will see you next time. Hopefully, we will be able to get something to happen that's good for the club. If we can, like I said, if we can get just out of relegation zone by mid-season, if we're on par to be, 20th, I'll be happy. Because this is not going to go well. We weren't expecting promotion, and yet here we are. See you guys there in the mid-season, guys. DFTBA.